I got a mother. I got a sister. She trying to blackmail me. Jourdin texts me right here. She said, "What you doing?" Jourdin sends a question mark. I don't know if you text me or not, but my phone is clicked. I can't see her do nothing. Jourdin sent me on December 8th at 12:01. This is in the noon. Jourdin sent me a upside down smiling face. After she sent the upside down smiling face, then she sends the Zelle request at 12:19 p.m.
For playing with me.
After she sends the Zelle request, she realized I was not paying it. Once Jourdin realized I was not paying it, Jourdin sent me this. You see this meme right here? Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am.
Regret is not S assault. Let me repeat that. Regret is not S assault. Family, welcome back. We got some things to discuss before we get started. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming back down up into the building, because this is a serious situation that needs appropriate dissection. It seems as though we have yet another man that was guilty until proven innocent at the point of S assault allegation. Now, this story comes from two streamers. Female streamer goes by the name of Jourdin. The male streamer goes by the name of Tylil. And I heard about the situation a little over a week ago, but I wanted to hold off until more evidence came out, and they just recently dropped. Now, after Jourdin levied career-ending accusations against Tylil, he recently took it to his platform to provide receipts. And he presented it in a way to describe that essentially she's a 304 with buyer's remorse. Shout out to Flacco for the breakdown. We're going to utilize that as a foundation, but since his video, I found additional updates, specifically her response to the situation, that's going to paint a more vivid picture into what we have. Let's get active for this one. Without further ado,
I got a mother. I got a sister. She trying to blackmail me.
Yeah, a lot of us owe Tylil an apology. We were wrong. We were lied to. We took this chick's word to be the truth, when in fact she's a liar. She's deceptive. She's a demon. She tried to ruin this man's life with lies. But tonight, everything got spoiled and revealed, and all her lies and all her deception got exposed and put on blast. Chicks like her deserve to rot in prison. Why would you do this to somebody's life?
Dog.
Because you regret a decision that you made consensually.
Listen, first off, I don't know why you would come out and just believe an allegation like this forthright. We've seen this time and time and time again. We've seen one too many examples of women more than willing to do this due to money, clout, and the proliferation of their career. But demon women like this don't give a shit. Ironically enough, the women that come out in fervent support of women like this is due to stories like this. Meanwhile, when you tell half-truths or no truths at all, you do more damage to the movement of women that actually face some sort of S assault against them. That's why I constantly do stories like this to remind people that believe all women is believe all bullshit. Wait till the receipts come out, or wait till the situation could be tried in front of a jury of their peers. Until then, don't you dare accept these allegations at face value. Let's go.
Despicable Jezebel accused Tylil of SAing her, full-on graping her at a Streamer Awards after party. She claims that she was intoxicated. She was really drunk, damn near unconscious, and couldn't really consent. But Tylil still took it without her permission, and he only stopped having intercourse with her because she started to boo-hoo cry in agony and begging him to stop. That's when he stopped. Now, this chick would even say that she was asexual. She's not even attracted to men. And a lot of nonsense that, looking back now, I can see is nonsense. But at the time, man, I see a woman crying like most of us. We see tears coming down. We see
Stop it, Flacco.
To be really affected by this, and we automatically went for the hoopy doop.
I don't believe it no more.
Okey doke. But now we see the truth, bruh. I feel like one of the red flags during this entire essay story was when she spoke on how she told Tylil she didn't want to do it because he had a girlfriend.
My phone was stolen and broken. I had no way to get home, and I was assaulted, you guys, by someone that you guys all love. And I'm so tired of this streaming shit. And I'm done, bro. He taped me. The reason why he stopped anyway is because I started boohoo crying, you guys. I was crying, and he taped me as I'm crying like this. He was like, "Why are you crying?" Da, 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 da. And I'm like, because like I didn't want to, like, you know. And he's like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna talk to you again. I'm like, I don't care if you talk to me again. It doesn't matter if you talk to me again. It's the simple fact of like me not wanting to even go down that route because you have a girlfriend.
I don't know how we missed that. Me not wanting to go down this route because you have a girlfriend.
I'll keep it fun with you guys. I didn't actually watch the video when it come up. I heard about the story, and I should have watched the video because I would have brought it right up to this platform and begin to pick it the hell apart the same way that I did Megan Thee Stallion when all of that bullshit came out. Irrespective of what actually happened, because I wasn't in the room, when you begin to take off your emotional hat and assessment of these things and you put on your logical hat. I mean, how your phone gets stolen and broken? That don't make no goddamn sense. And then she admits that she made a conscious decision because he has a girlfriend. Huh? Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off. But they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now.
Should have been the first clue. She done something. She did something with Tylil. She gave it up easily, and Tylil still had a girlfriend, and she knew that she would never be the main chick. So now she regrets it, and that's exactly what this was.
Yeah.
I don't know how we missed that or how we overlooked it.
I should have watched it.
It's not SA because you willingly and voluntarily and consensually gave it up easily because you are cheap, right, to a dude who has a girlfriend, and then you regret it afterwards because you view yourself, I guess, in a high light, but you understand that he would never leave his girlfriend for you because you are literally, you know,
she's a bop. There you go.
So that's
I didn't know
exactly
it was
what
going to
happened. She gave it up to Tylil and then got upset afterwards that Tylil stopped speaking to her, kind of ghosted her after he clapped her cheeks.
Yeah. She's a Super Saiyan bop. I see the dime a dozen of these. She looks like a fusion of Sexy Red and Lotto. And we can call her Boppity because that's exactly what she is, a damn bop. She easily gave up them cheeks. He threw it to the side of the road because she was for a short time, not a long time. She even asked him for money afterwards. We figured, well, why don't I get a bag up out of this? And we're going to go over that in a few. And when she could not get her way, reputation destruction. Cry on the internet, attain the victim story. Meanwhile, she's trying to demolish this man's career as get back, as revenge.
I mean, hardcore factual receipts that nobody can really refute. This chick is a demon. One of the first things out of Tylil's mouth that was a really good sign here, Tylil said that they're moving forward. They have officially started the paperwork process to sue this chick for defamation. To me, that's a good sign because this chick came online, did all she did, made all those accusations, and still didn't file a police report yet. Still didn't file paperwork yet. I don't know. I've never been SA'd, but I would hope that if you were SA'd, you wouldn't care about social consequences. You would care about confinement more than social consequences. You wouldn't want for him to be canceled. You'll want him to be locked up and confined.
My team has already sent Jourdin a cease and desist, and we are also moving forward with a lawsuit for defamation. Jourdin has claimed that she was sexually assaulted at the Streamer Awards after party. That did not happen.
He began to go in order and surgically dissect her story, even addressing the tiny details that you would think is not really that important involving her phone. She claims that Tylil took her phone. Tylil would actually say no. Like, she had her phone. She had it in the hotel. She left it in the hotel and left. Then she came back to get her phone once she realized she left it at the hotel. So he never took her phone. She had her phone.
Everything was cool that night. Jourdin originally left the after party and came back because Jourdin misplaced her phone.
By the way, I've experienced this as well. They don't misplace their phones. They just want to come back. Be very mindful of the tricks that they play in order to re-enter into your life.
Not because it was taken by me.
The phone thing might sound insignificant compared to the rest of the story, But the reason why that's important, and you kind of have to address it, because if you can point out any lies or any consistent lies here, then you become the more credible party. So if he can prove that Jourdin had her phone all night and that she was capping and lying, then yeah, he becomes the more credible person. So he moves on, and he actually tells a story of she asks to hop in an Uber with him and his hairstylist. They drive to a hotel. He offered to take her home. She says, "Can I use the bathroom and go upstairs?" He goes upstairs with her. Whatever happens there, intercourse takes place.
We got to the hotel. I offered Jourdin a ride home. Jourdin asked if she can use the bathroom upstairs, and I said okay. Everything after that was consent. Everything that happened after that was consent between two adults. She was not coerced, she was not forced or pressured. It was a mutual agreement between two adults. Jourdin seen everything went left, chat. I hope y'all follow me, and I'm gonna show you the timeline, and I got real evidence to prove everything I'm saying. So just please follow me. I know I'm speaking a little fast, but I'm gonna slow down for y'all. Everything went left when my partner called. The moment my partner called, Jourdin started acting crazy. She got really aggressive.
Partner?
And she was acting weird. She made me uncomfortable, and that's what made me start recording to protect myself. Let me make it very clear right now. I have never recorded no tape of Jourdin. That was also false. Now, that y'all following me. Jourdin seen the call come in from my partner. She got upset, started talking aggressively, and she made me uncomfortable, so I started recording to protect myself.
I hate how the young men of today have been so indoctrinated with language in regards to stuff that they don't understand where it comes from. Partner is one of these newfound words that have been introduced into the cultural word zeitgeist subtly, but it's become normal within our cultural word lexicon, really as the LGBTQ began to rise into prominence, where gender could be fluid, at least from the understanding of the people in that relationship. Nevertheless, I digress. Thank goodness he recorded this, but at this point, we have to point a finger at him. Stepping outside of your relationship does not mitigate any risk, especially when you're a multimillionaire streamer. There was absolutely no excuse for that, except for maybe if your girl knows about it and she's cool with it. But outside of that, there's no excuse for it. And for that, Tylil needs to take accountability.
Very consistent with what he said and what she said, right? She didn't want to do it because he had a girlfriend, but they were already doing it before she found out he had a girlfriend, right? So she got hoodwinked from her perspective, but being hoodwinked is not SA.
It's right.
You giving up the
your feelings hurt is not
SA.
SA.
Who has a girlfriend and then finding out he has a girlfriend isn't grape, isn't SA. Right? You shouldn't have been moving so fast. You got your back broken first night, probably ain't even get a cold rag to wipe you off. He then proceeds to provide one of many damning evidence. So the first thing that he played was a video recording of him and Jourdin having a conversation immediately after everything happened. Immediately after they had sex, he began to record their conversation. And you know what didn't come up? SA.
I've never had a one-night stand in my life.
What is a one-night stand?
Like after the party type shit when you first meet someone.
I don't know now one woman who would refer to their grape
as a one-night stand. Hello.
I don't know now one woman who would get SA'd and get it taken forcibly from her that she didn't consent to, who would describe that experience as a one-night stand. Of course she wasn't raped. Of course she wasn't SA'd. Of course she felt bad afterwards because she realized she was dealing with somebody who was an F-boy, right? He has a girlfriend, he's cheating on her, and you're just the mistress, right? You're just you're nothing to him.
Yeah.
Girls like Jourdin, Pauline has been told their entire lives they're probably better than the bops and the 304s.
Yeah.
Like
but they embody them.
Girls like her probably come to the section and they look down upon the other girls who are also in the section doing too much because they like to present themselves as if they're like holier than thou and they are like high up here and they can't be touched and they don't give it up easily.
But
they're no different than the 304, right? They're just in disguise. So once she realized now her entire facade is over with because she just slept with somebody from the streaming community on the first night who has a girlfriend and who would never talk to her again or who would probably never wife her up, she now quickly began to devise up a plan to ruin this man's life.
You didn't talk to them.
So that's what we just had.
Did we just have one night stand?
No. As long as we cool about it, that's not a one night stand. I said, as long as we speak about it, it's not a one night stand.
It's so many days after tomorrow.
Oh.
That's one piece of evidence. After a while, Jourdin wanted to leave. So what did Tylil James do? I got her an Uber, a Toyota to be exact.
That was a good
I
car.
requested Jourdin a Toyota. Jourdin left the hotel room. Jourdin came back when she realized it was a Toyota. She banged on the door and demanded a black truck. Her words verbatimly after she demanded a black truck was, do I look like the type of to ride in a Toyota? Get me a black truck. Me being a gentleman, I got her a black truck.
You could have.
Yo, listen. Imagine having pillow talk with someone who accuses you of S assault. They don't even know what S assault is. They don't know what like, they have no concept. They just throw these words around. Words used to have meaning. They used to have meaning. He had pillow talk with you. He got you a black truck after you complained about a Toyota. This is absolutely absurd, but round of applause for this man taking out his damn video recorder. Now, intelligent men learn from their own mistakes, but wise men learn from other men's mistakes. How many times has this exact same thing happened? She appears to be inebriated. Cool. But at the point that he realized that something weird was happening, he took out his phone and he began to record. You do not need the visual. The audio is often way more important than the visual, because now, through her tears that she comes out with on her platform the next day, through the simps and the white knights that will validate her, through all of the women that have experienced some derivative of what she's experienced, will come out in defense of her. Meanwhile, you have the audio. This is why it's so important that I pick apart their original stories, because if there's something that doesn't logically fit, it's probably because it doesn't fit. And it's a lie. She could have just taken the L of giving them easy 3 or 4 guts up, but women like this like to deflect accountability like Wonder Woman deflecting bullets. But then on top of that, because she has a platform, she can actually monetize her pain. Let's go.
Here, bro, you got us convinced, homie. But he didn't stop here. He provided more damning evidence. But just from my experience, he could have stopped it here, bro.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
Right.
I already know what type of girl this is.
Yeah.
This is a girl who believes that she's more valuable than what she really is. This is the type of girl,
well put,
right, who gets embarrassed when she gets effed for free. Yo, girls go out of their way not to get effed for free. Yo, a girl will have you stop at Applebee's on the way to the hotel just so she can get a meal so she can say she ain't get effed for free, yo. A girl will tell you, stop at Wendy's, get me a 4 for 4, man.
Listen, here's the thing. I ain't as mad as that as those that are willing to put you behind bars or ruin your life, ruin your career, or just ruin you because they are embarrassed, because they don't want to take accountability for the mistake that they made, something that they didn't want to do, but actively did it. If this man didn't have any evidence and was convicted of what she was accusing him of, I think you put her on trial with the same amount of time. Oh, word, he was going to get 8 years. Put her on trial, and if she was lying, she gets 8 years. That's the only way that you're going to be able to stop this. If they feel the same exact consequences that the person would have faced who she lied on.
Get me a $4 meal before we, before you get the box, before you have so she don't get cracked for free.
Yeah. It's process. Right.
Tell
Got
him
it.
to the hotel, went upstairs to use the bathroom. He went upstairs too. They got into it. She got cracked on a one-night stand for free with no effort put in. He called her that Uber. She said, "Nah, man, I can't get cracked for free and put in a Toyota. You got to call me a black truck." It didn't stop there though. He provided another receipt where she asked him for $2,000 afterwards because she didn't want to get cracked for free.
Oh, she's got a menu.
Jourdin, I try to blackmail you, Jourdin. 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 How?
For playing with me.
How, Chad? How?
Whoa.
Look at what it say, Chad. Jourdin requested 2,000, and then in the note it says for playing with me. And I try to blackmail her. She's trying to extort me, gang. She's blackmailing me.
Yeah.
She's lying on me, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is fucked up.
Yep. It's fucked up.
She's lying on me, trying to destroy my image, bro. I got a niece. I got a mother. I got a sister. She trying to blackmail me. I got a niece. She trying to blackmail me. I got a niece. I work hard every day for this I got, nigga. What you talking about? And I never let nobody take that shit from me.
I'll be real with you, brother. I'm sure the emotions is real. The emotion isn't winning none of us over, all right? Stick to the receipts. Stick to the facts. Stick composed and poised, right? Because so far, you're on the right track. You're providing the receipts we want to see, right? But we've seen R. Kelly cry. And R. Kelly was 100% guilty, all right? R. Kelly was the guiltiest you could get. So I don't even buy no tears, bro. I made that.
But notice the double standard. Flacco, you bought the tears when the chick did it. You bought the tears when the chick did it. How many people out there bought the tears when the chick did it? But now he's doing it and there's no sympathy. I can understand the passion in his voice because his career is over if these things are true. I can understand why a man like this gets emotional. But this is the double standard I talk about all the time on the channel. Now, I'm not saying that he should be displaying himself like this, but I absolutely understand. But men and women have way less sympathy for men than they do women. The female tier is pedestalized while the male tier is looked down on. And because of that, false allegations run rampant. And because of that, the family court system is in turmoil. And because of that, the incarceration rate for men versus women for the same crime is ridiculous. And because of that, the male self-deletion rate is markedly higher, 4 times higher than the female version of it. And because of that, the male homeless rate is 10 times higher than the female homeless rate. And because of that, and because of that, and because of that. I can continue to go on, but let's have a real conversation of the difference of treatment here. They tout equality from the mountaintops, but we will never be equal. We can be equally valued, but for different things.
Mistake with the Jourdin Pauline video, bro. Whole time she was capping her butt off, man. So them tears, and man, I ain't trying to hear that, bro. Get to the receipts. So after this, he provided what I think is the most damning receipt, right? Now, her trying to extort him for $2,000.
She responded to that, by the way.
That's enough. Like, bro, you got it. You won, bro. This chick is diabolical and devious. But then he provided
before he goes into this, Jourdin speaks out after Tylil went on stream to tell his side of the story, saying that the $2,000 she requested from him was for her phone that he allegedly broke. Quote, the police got all the details, so stay tuned. He's still a graper. $2K to pay for my phone that you broke. Dumb ass ninja doing that, but you still a graper. That ish still happened. You still premeditated and plotted. You'll be in the jail. Bookie, trust. You'll see here are some of her comments. But interestingly enough, police reports have not been publicized as of yet. But of course, if you go over to her Twitter, you'll see that she actually deleted her post about what the money was used for, while also continuing to monetize being the leader of Grape as Assault and previous women's trauma.
Text messages of her confessing and admitting that she's about to ruin his life because he wouldn't text her back.
Jourdin texts me right here. She said, what you doing? Jourdin sends a question mark. I don't know if you text me or not, but my phone is clicked. I can't see or do nothing. Jourdin sent me on December 8th at 12:01. This is in the noon. Jourdin sent me a upside down smiling face. After she sent the upside down smiling face, she sent the Zelle request. Let me show y'all. Follow me, chat. Are y'all following the timeline? Because I'm only gonna come up here one time and say this. Jourdin, all of these messages came on December 7th. All of these messages is at December 7th. The Zelle request is at December 8th. This smiley face, she sent this smiley face, right? Boom. Then she sends the Zelle request at 12:19 p.m.
For playing with me.
After she sends the Zelle request, she realized I was not paying it. Once Jourdin realized I was not paying it, Jourdin sent me this. You see this meme right here? Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am.
Regret is not as assault. Let me repeat that. regret is not S assault.
Let me make it bigger for y'all since y'all can't read. Boom. Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am. What? So once Jourdin realized I was not paying her $2,000, she sends me this. Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am. And guess what she did? She showed me who she really was and showed you who she really was. Came to the internet with false allegations, lied on my name. Lied on my name.
Bro, you've done proved your point, bruh. This is the best response to an essay accusations I've ever seen, bruh. Provided nothing but receipts and facts. This chick is the devil, man. This chick is the demon, bruh. What type of woman will wake up and put an accusation like this? Even if you're not doing it for him, why would you even want to put those accusations on yourself? Like, why would you even want to speak something like that into existence?
Let's not even try to act like they don't benefit from this, because although her attempt to ruin his career, even if she's found out to be a liar, little to nothing will happen to her. The best type of investment that you can make as a human being is one that has all upside, but little to no risk on the downside. So they will continuously make up these stories. They will fabricate details because they regretted something. Regret is not S assault. It is not even close to it. Imagine trying to monetize this or going back up on your Twitter and being the leader of trauma because you regretted something. And the thing is that without the traceability of all of this evidence, all these receipts, they were not visible. How would this man defend himself? Think about the reputation that he'll never be able to get back. Think about the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars of court fees and costs in order to try to defend himself. That takes away from his purpose, that takes away from his career, that takes away from future relationships, all because she has the strength, the power, and an army behind her that will believe her at the point of accusation. All right, guys, we had to go through all of those evidence. Again, shout out to Flacco for pulling all that together. He does a fantastic job of summarizing the evidence before him. I just don't agree, and I don't understand why so many believe at the point of accusation, even now, when we have case after case. Shit, I go over lies like this daily, it feels like at this point, and I've been doing it for years. And I always get questions about the value of doing content like this. And it's clear that through media, through the information that we receive through the tube, there is a shift of ideology, of cultural prescriptions, and it's gotten so far now that we believe crocodile tears at the point of publishing, especially if it's S assault allegations onto a man. And so often these women will come back and say, why would someone even think to do that? Especially for these influencers, especially with dudes with things to lose and a lot of money in their bank account. There's a lot of legitimate reasons why that they do this. Logically, for a 304 like this, it makes sense. Her career is nowhere near the size, scope, and the depth of a Tylil. And it looks like she's also in the music, and no one knows what her music sounds like until they go up on her Twitter offering condolences off of what happened to her, and they listen to her bullshit ass song. So there's incentivization. But until we can point an ugly finger at what is happening, create the burning platform for us to understand how often that this is happening. And I appreciate all the support from the men and the women that follow and listen to the channel, because you understand that this helps not only the men out that are facing false allegations, but also the women that are going through things in reality that now we turned a blind eye to because of liars like this. But we need to continue on talking about it, because it does us no good not being in reality, but operating off of people's non-accountability and delusion. It's not a world that I would want to live in, and it's also not a world that if I have children someday, I wouldn't want them to live in. So I'm gonna do everything in my power to change direction. All right, guys, give me your questions, comments, concerns down up in the comment box down below. Shout out to Aura for sponsoring this video. If you hadn't learned one thing from me, it's to take your private information off of these public websites, because these harbingers would do anything in their power to enact something against you. If your public information is, don't make it easy for them. If your private information is online somewhere, utilize my link down below For 2 free weeks, at least utilize it to see if your information has been exposed or compromised. Go right now. Until next time, y'all. Love you. Peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber, screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man.